Have you ever felt like your mind is a browser with 100 tabs open, all at once? That it's constantly thinking, churning, and worrying, yet not a single thought brings you a moment of peace? Have you ever felt lonely in a crowd, and when you're finally alone, your mind replays your worst fears and regrets on a loop, leaving you utterly exhausted? The first thing you reach for in the morning is your phone. The last thing you see at night is its glow. Your mind craves stimulation, distraction, and escape every single minute. And when it doesn't get that fix, a deep-seated restlessness bubbles up from within, a feeling like you are trying to run away from yourself. The truth is, the biggest pandemic of our time isn't a virus. It's the toxic thoughts that we allow to grow inside us, day after day. We have become prisoners of our own minds. Welcome to Book Fed, where we explore the ideas that can set us free. Today, we are diving deep into the wisdom of Sedman Harnet's incredible book, Detox Your Mind. This isn't just a summary, it's an invitation to begin the most important journey of your life, the journey to clean your mind from the inside out. So, how does this mental prison get built? It starts with a quiet, persistent hum that slowly grows into a deafening roar. It's the sound of overthinking. It feels productive, doesn't it? Like you're being intelligent, analyzing a problem from every angle. But Harnet reveals a crucial truth. Overthinking isn't a logical process, it's an emotional overdrive. When you dwell on the past, you feel regret. When you worry about the future, you feel fear. And when the two mix, you lose the peace of the present moment. You are not solving anything, you're just running in circles, stuck in the same mental spot, draining your energy without moving an inch. And this overthinking has a partner in crime, the inner critic. It's that voice inside your head that never has anything nice to say. It whispers, you'll never be good enough. You lack consistency. People don't take you seriously. This voice is a ghost, formed from the echoes of our past, from parents, teachers, and a society that told us, be perfect, don't make mistakes. Over time, those external voices became our internal default soundtrack. Think of someone like Ayan, a young man obsessed with perfection. When he went to the gym, his mind would say, you'll never get fit. When he tried public speaking, it whispered, you are going to make a fool of yourself. His mind became a cage built from self-doubt. This is the story of millions who appear confident on the outside but are crumbling within. The real enemy isn't out there, it's the narrator inside their own head. But this inner noise doesn't come from nowhere. It's often fueled and anchored by something heavy we drag behind us, the past. So many of us want to move forward, but our feet are shackled by the chains of our own history. Mistakes we can't correct, relationships that are over, words we can't take back. Our mind replays these moments, trapping us in a cycle of guilt and regret. This emotional baggage poisons our present. You want to start something new, but your mind says, remember how you failed last time? You can't be trusted. This is the story of Anjali, a talented woman who once broke a friend's trust. Years later, that single mistake haunted every new relationship. Her inner critic tormented her, you're not worthy of trust. You'll just hurt someone again. She had never learned to forgive herself, so her past was constantly sabotaging her future. Harnet gives us a life-changing perspective here. You don't carry your past with you. You carry your interpretation of it. The event itself is over. It has no power, but the story your mind tells about that event, that story can hold you captive for a lifetime. Guilt is a poison that slowly kills your confidence. And this internal pressure is only magnified when we look outside ourselves. We step into the modern-day arena of comparison and judgment. We open social media and our minds are instantly flooded. We see someone's highlight reel, the perfect vacation, the promotion, the happy relationship, and we compare it to our messy, behind-the-scenes reality. This habit, Harnet calls it, the thief of joy, is devastating. It doesn't show you what's missing in your life. It blinds you to all the wonderful things you already have. This leads directly to an even more paralyzing fear. What will people think of me? This single question controls so many of our choices. We don't take that bold step because we fear being laughed at. We say, yes, when we mean, no, because we are afraid of upsetting someone. We start living for the approval of others, and in the process, we lose ourselves. Think of Ritesh, the young man who could never say no. His identity dissolved into other people's expectations until he no longer knew what he himself wanted. He wasn't being kind, he was being fearful. As the book wisely points out, trying to please everyone isn't a virtue, it's a hidden fear of rejection. So what happens when this internal storm, the overthinking, the inner critic, the past regrets, the constant comparison, the fear of judgment, rages on unchecked? The result is inevitable, mental burnout. It's the deep, soul-level exhaustion that sleep can't fix. It's when you wake up already feeling heavy, and every task feels like a burden. Your body might be active, but your mind is tired. This was the case for Simran, the ambitious professional who did everything right: checklists, goals, discipline, but one day, she just broke. No achievement brought her joy. She wasn't lazy, her mind had simply run out of fuel. When the mind is that exhausted and unregulated, it often leads to another toxic symptom: uncontrolled anger. A small trigger, a bit of traffic, a disagreeable comment, and we explode. That anger isn't about the moment. It's the eruption of years of suppressed pain and frustration. It's a signal that our internal world is out of balance. We think it makes us look strong, but in reality, it shows we've lost control. This is the prison. A mind filled with noise, haunted by the past, pressured by the outside world, and running on empty. It's a dark picture, but Detox Your Mind is a book of hope. It's a practical guide to breaking free. The solution isn't to fight harder, it's to become smarter, kinder, and more aware. The entire detox process hinges on one foundational principle: awareness. You must realize this profound truth: you are not your thoughts. You are the observer of your thoughts. Imagine you are sitting on the bank of a river. The thoughts are the water flowing by. Some are clean, some are murky, some are fast, some are slow. Your job isn't to jump into the river and fight the current. Your job is to simply sit, watch, and let them pass. When the inner critic says, "You are a failure," instead of believing it, you can simply observe it and say, "Ah, there is the thought of failure." This simple shift from being your thought to noticing your thought is the beginning of all freedom. So how do we cultivate this awareness? The book offers a toolkit for mental clarity. First, you must externalize the chaos. The noise in your head is overwhelming because it's trapped inside. Let it out. Practice a mind dump. Every night, take a notebook and write down everything that's bothering you. No grammar, no logic, just a raw stream of consciousness. This gets the thoughts out of your head and onto the paper, where you can see them for what they are: just words, not reality. For past hurts, use the write and release ritual. Write down your deepest regrets, and then safely burn the paper. This symbolic act gives your mind powerful closure. Second, you must create conscious pauses in your hyper-stimulated life. Our minds are not designed to be on 24/7. Schedule a worry zone, just 10 minutes a day where you allow yourself to overthink. When the time is up, you move on. Cultivate the habit of a silent walk, just 10 or 15 minutes without your phone. This resets your brain like nothing else. And most importantly, take digital-free pauses. Put your phone away for an hour. Sit in silence. Let your mind breathe. Rest is not a reward for hard work, it is a requirement for it. Third, you need to actively rewire your inner dialogue. Your inner critic has been running the show for years. It's time to change the script. When a negative thought appears, don't fight it, reframe it. Change, "I can't do this," to "I am learning how to do this." Change, "I am a failure," to "I am a work in progress." Practice gratitude. Every day, name 3 specific things you are thankful for. Gratitude is the antidote to comparison. It shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have. And finally, you must set and defend your boundaries. This is how you reclaim your life from the fear of judgment. Practice the small no. Start by saying no to small, low-stakes requests to build your confidence. Define your core values, the 3 or 4 things that matter most to you. Let them be your compass. And limit your input. The content you consume shapes your thoughts. If you are constantly feeding your mind negative news and toxic social media, you can't expect to feel peaceful. The journey to detox your mind isn't about becoming a perfect, flawless person who never has a negative thought. That's impossible. It's about changing your relationship with your thoughts. It's about realizing that you have the power to choose which thoughts you give your attention to. The real battle of life is not fought in the world, but in the small, sacred space of your own mind. By practicing awareness, by gently cleaning out the clutter, and by speaking to yourself with the kindness you would offer a friend, you can transform that space from a prison into a sanctuary. You are not broken. You are not trapped. You just need to learn how to open the door. Thank you for joining us at